Champions Corner podcast. We are officially almost wrapped up the year 2025. Can you believe it? It's almost the end of the year. So we want to say Happy New Year to those that are watching, that will be watching. We thank you those that are tuning in right now, that tune in with us all year long. We know this is where the real fans meet. Today is very special. We are going to have our first ever, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, first ever Champions Corner award show. We're talking about breakout stars of the year. We're talking about the match of the year, pay-per-view, PLE, whichever one you find yourself on. We're going to talk about that too. We're also going to talk about the return of the year, and yes, even the moment of the year featuring your boy John Cena. Might I add, I'm so glad this farewell tour has come to an end.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I am so glad this thing is it's in the books. It's in the books. Now, I'm not saying it was a bad thing. I just think it was drawn out. I mean, anyway. I mean, I can think of personally someone that needs his own farewell tour. We should give him we should do that for him. But I'm not going to name any names. They'll be nameless. I ain't going to name any names.
Mm-hmm.
But man, listen, I'm not alone today. I got an incredible lineup here today. I got none other than Mr. Highlights himself, your favorite host. I got Mr. Ron G. I got the historian himself, Lonnie Nesbitt is here. I'm the number one player. If you're new to the channel, like this channel, share with your friends. Let's get into it. So, it's our award show. We thought about dressing up today, but here we are. You want to show off that nice Cody Rhodes jacket you got on, Crump?
Oh, yeah, boy. Hey, good Christmas gift. Hey, you know, Cody got to show it up for the QB1. You know how to show it off for him. The champ, the WWE champ. What up, Jacoby?
I hear that. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we have wrestling royalty has just entered the building. We have the Alabama ambassador. He's here, ladies and gentlemen. He's here. I know you missed him. He's here.
Yeah, I missed y'all, man. I missed y'all.
Welcome to the award show, ladies and gentlemen. We got a lot of crazy things happening this year. We want to know in the comment section down below what's been your favorite thing about wrestling this year from AEW, TNA, WWE, even the independent circuit. We want to know what's been your favorite take this year. I got mine, but I'm gonna wait. I'm a little biased when it comes to my moment of the year. I'm a little biased, but you know. But anyway, let's get into it.
Possibly be his moment of the year this year. I'm like, I'm a little curious now. Right now,
you're a little curious.
Like, I got a good guess. Now that I think about it.
I take all comers. I want to hear the guess. What's the guess?
I'm assuming it might be Jade winning the title. As much as you talked about that storm and gave that weather report.
Yeah. That was a moment of the year. But that was a moment of the year. All right, I'll tell you my moment of the year. My moment of the year was John Cena being tapped out. That was
don't do that.
Wow.
You wild for that one.
Wow.
Look on the kids' faces, ladies and gentlemen. The look on their faces. And a lot of people oh, Triple H, you know, this and that.
There was the word of the day is heel, and the picture has his picture right there for the definition. Good Lord.
Do we not know that Triple H is built for this? Do we not know that this was not foreign territory for this guy? Are we gonna sit here
look, anyway. Look, was this part of your award presentation opening scene? Like everybody has this part of yours? Get on with it.
This is a bonus. This is a bonus for those that are watching. This is just a bonus. But that was my moment of the year. Watching John Cena tap out. What a great moment. What a way to end the farewell tour. What a great way. I thought it was right.
Hey, I ain't say it was the wrong decision, but I don't want to see my boy tap. But it's okay.
It's okay, Coach. Just bring up WrestleMania 22. Just let that just send that show on every day. He'll be all right.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, we got to look to the future. So we got to look to the future.
Thank you. We got to look to the future. And boy, the look on those kids' faces. Boy, I tell you, it was priceless. Right before Christmas, too, ladies and gentlemen.
Boy, the petty is strong. My goodness.
But let's get into it. let's get into it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about just that. The moment of the year. The person that we're gonna call up to, you know, tell us about the moment of the year, present the moment of the year award is none other than Ron G. Go ahead, brother.
We're gonna do Cena's moment of the year.
Yeah, Cena's moment of the year.
All right. Let's see what we got. Well, we got options. Let me see my options. Okay, moment of the year. I was looking at match of the year. Hold on, because he got he got that too. But John
He did a
Cena's
lot.
moment of the year. We're gonna focus on him on this on this one. Is turning heel at Elimination Chamber, winning the 17th championship at
Okay.
WrestleMania 41, becoming Grand Slam champion
Okay.
on Raw, and getting the Intercontinental title, or Cena's moment with the kid in Brussels, where he where he was talking about him, and then he made up with the kid in Brussels. But your winner, with 50% of the votes, is him getting that 17th championship, becoming a bigger legend than he already was, get more than Ric Flair. Oh man, you didn't like the match, but the moment was still there. So hey, 50% of the votes, we got him win a 17th championship. Hey,
Yeah.
the moment is one of the greatest moments. I like every moment. I could have voted for all these moments. Probably even more for this farewell tour. Because I like to say, it wasn't all the way what we wanted for the farewell tour, but it was still successful. It had a lot of great moments to give us each part of it. So it's something to talk about all year long. And I think I feel like he helped the business with this tour. Helped WWE. Period. Everybody keep watching him. So now they got to make it without him. We'll see how they do for 2026.
And what a great way to give back. I mean, John Cena, he did it all. And I mean, contrary to popular belief, a lot of this was, not unless he just, shooting the funk. But a lot of this was his idea. Certain degrees was his ideal. I like the interview he had with Cody Rhodes just recently, kind of laying everything out there. And this won't be the last time we see John Cena. So hats off to you, Cena. I know I laughed in the beginning about you tapping out, but man, listen. Two things, if I may. There's an old saying that say you won't miss a person until they're gone, right? This is the second time I gotta miss John Cena. First time I missed him was when Roman Reigns showed up on the scene and it was just whack, right? Then I was like, man, why do I miss John Cena? Now, here it is again. Cena, we're gonna miss you.
Oh yeah. Got to say bye, Lonnie.
But all those moments were special. I personally was hoping that the Grand Slam would win. The 17th was special. But I just felt that Grand Slam, everything built around it, impromptu, hometown. But that 17th championship was a staple because of what he said. I'm going to win the 17th because I want to shake the hand of the person who wins the 18th. Right. And that was a staple statement right there. I feel that kind of elevated. And to me, although it was a farewell moment to it, it elevates talent to be like, I got to get there now. It's out there. Who can step up and do it? That's a long way. I'm saying, so it's the closest person is Randy Orton, right?
Right. Yep.
Yeah, he's the closest.
So, but yeah, I'm happy with that too, though. So congratulations on the 17. Very good moment.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Randy Orton is the closest. I don't know who you guys think is going to be the person to break 18.
Hey, it ain't no telling, really. It really ain't no telling, but like I said, we always go with what we see right now. But like I said, a lot of things could change even in a year. Like we just had this crazy year for the farewell tour, but we never see. We don't never know who they're gonna put that rocket behind, and who's really gonna carry the company after Cody and Roman, who's the main guys right now. We don't know who's carrying company forward. I think it's Braun Breaker. He's gonna be that guy, but we don't know. We just don't know who the person's going to be to really make that mark, just like John Cena did.
Right.
We got a lot of options. Like I said, you got some new guys coming up to the main roster right now who could be the ones.
And who's to say it won't be a woman? Because Charlotte's right there.
Oh yeah, she won 14 times too, right? For the single titles, right?
Yeah.
Or something like that. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that is right. Wow. Okay.
But
so Jacoby, we were just talking about Cena's farewell moment of the year was him winning the cracking number 17 at WrestleMania 41. What's your thoughts on that?
I know I heard RC say hate the match, but he still got the 17. And I said it was only bad because Travis Scott had the longest run in wrestling history. And
and the quickest run out.
Right. Right. So but nah, man, I wasn't mad at it. I'm glad we got to see something different. I don't think it was the way that he wanted to do it when he initially had the idea, pardon me. But it's still a moment. He officially has the top spot. I think Rick had more than 16, but they counted the 16. So it is what it is. He's got the top spot, and for this, what'd you say?
I said I think he has like 21, Rick, if I'm not mistaken, or something like that.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it's really 21. But who's counting, right?
Yeah.
But the winners write the story. So the story is he got the most, and certainly for this generation, he's the GOAT. This is it's incredible to actually get to see, and I've seen quite a few people's career start and finish, but to vehemently remember every moment from his career is awesome to be able to have that kind of retrospect. I mean, but I can also say that about the Undertaker, but I saw some of the mean Mark Callis stuff, but unless you had certain channels back in the day, you just weren't watching everything. So I like the fact that we got to see everything. Everything's documented. And I just think it's dope overall. I wish I would have got a chance to work with him, but it's dope because he already signed the deal for 5 years to be an ambassador for the company. So
yeah. Like any capacity I can work with John Cena, it'll be dope. So
absolutely
right, because the next time he makes an appearance on TV is gonna be crazy. Like even if he GM for the night or he just what I'm saying, like just to insert him somewhere. You know what I'm saying? He could do a quick WrestleMania appearance. He ain't wrestling no match like when Shawn Michaels. Remember when Shawn Michaels came out of WrestleMania in wrestling gear? We was like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't wrestle, it was a run-in, but it was still a dope moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
he said he wouldn't even do that though. So I don't know. We'll see. But like I said, never say never in this business. So we'll.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he said all he gonna be wearing is
shout
suits.
Out. Shout out to my dog Dirty. He just had his last match Friday. Dirty was a very integral part at the beginning of my career in Georgia. We were a tag team called the Down South Connection in alternative pro wrestling. I got to work with Dirty there, CWA, and Action Pack Wrestling, a whole nother company. So, Dirty, congratulations on a great career, man. I'm proud of you. And I wish you was still tying up the shoes, but I get it, man. We all got to put them down sometimes. I ain't done yet, though.
Yeah, I hear that. Shout out to Dirty. Shout out to him, man. Listen, what do you guys think should have been on this farewell moment before we move on from this one? Because John Cena, listen, you right, Alabama ambassador. Like, man, it's kind of rare that we can say that we started with somebody in their career and we ended with somebody in their career, And I mean, he had what a lot of wrestlers probably would love to go out with, like a tour, actual tour, right? I mean, I'm sure Goldberg would have won.
Right.
But I know Triple H would have wanted one, He deserves one. I mean, he's the king. He deserves one. He's the
Yeah.
king. I mean,
But I mean, I guess he didn't know
Hey,
his career
when
was gonna
RT
end like the
don't
way
like
it was.
somebody, he just don't like him. Jesus.
Huh?
oh yeah.
Hey.
Well, you ain't on RC list. You on the list for real, bro. Lifelong.
No, I'm just saying
Right.
I didn't know Triple H would have known when his career gonna be up. Right? That was a scare that he just didn't know it was coming. So it'd been hard to do his tour the way it was,
That's
the
true.
way it happened. That's all I'm saying.
Do you think he's bitter that he didn't get a farewell tour? Do you think he's bitter? I'm sorry, I know that went on the format, but this is something I thought about.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna say I'm gonna
I
say
would
no.
say bitter,
I'm
but
gonna
I
say
think
no.
the competitor in him,
But I would say no because he said that he rolled it to the wheels fall that fell off. Even before that,
Yeah.
he was saying that at one point he was only wrestling like maybe once a year, kind of like Undertaker at WrestleMania, right? And the preparation to get ready for those type of matches
Yeah.
was
Right.
taking the wear and tear on him. He just didn't want to do it, and he was
Yeah.
transitioning into the role he's kind of in now, in a sense, right? So
Right.
that was a lot, especially for once a year training like that to get the bump for a night. It was a lot. So I think he was ready to just hang him up. Maybe it
Yeah,
didn't go
because
out.
I don't. I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all from personal experience. I don't care how much you work out, run, lift weights. I don't care how much you do it. There's not anything that can quite get your body ready to take bumps except taking bumps, and I mean that. When I was on my first hiatus and I started training my sons, I hadn't taken a bump in a year and a half at that point. And I took that first bump and I said, "Oh my damn." Like I just was like, "Yep, this is it. This is how it goes." And so it's like people in the football, they say they don't wake up until after they get hit. Like quarterback say, I don't I don't really get into the game until after I get hit once. It's something like that. But so I can understand where he's coming from. Like again, like I said, no matter how much you work out and train, you might have good cardio in the ring if you train hard enough. But taking those bumps, there's nothing to prepare you for that.
Mm-hmm.
um, I think Zakia's Miss Analytics is on the show, by the way, in the comment section, ladies and gentlemen. If you're looking for her, she's in the comment
Kia,
section.
Kia.
So she said something really cool. It's like, I don't think it's bitterness. I think every athlete that retires against their plan have regrets on how their career was ended, and I think everybody can say that, right? They would have like
Yeah.
regrets on how it went out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I just want to comment on something Lonnie said earlier about, I think you said about Charlotte. We're talking about Cena and everything getting 17. Is everybody gonna give her credit even if she does pass it? Because a lot of people, we don't talk about it as much as we talk about like if a guy does it. I don't
That's a
know
good point.
if she does it
Because
and
I,
passes to
I,
get a
I,
17. I mean,
Oh man,
yeah, he was about to make a point. But yeah,
you
I don't
about to
know.
make a point.
I just don't know if people are counting it as much.
Mhm.
In a way, it sucks because I like to say a lot of people want to hate on Charlotte anyway. I know I've hated on her sometimes because I just don't think she should have titled that many times at this point. But I mean, she's good. I mean, you can't hate on her ability and whatnot, but just the way she got some of those reigns and stuff like that. I don't even like some of Cena reigns. To be
Yeah,
honest, I don't.
yeah.
Some Cena shouldn't even had it. Like the one he took away from Rey Mysterio that time. I don't think he should have had it that time, but I know what they were building to, so I get it. But because they were building up to with him and CM Punk, so I get that. But Ray should have had a longer reign, and whatever it was. But I'm just still celebrate him be having 17. But for Charlotte to be as close as she is, and Randy Orton to be as close as he is, I just don't know how much it will count if it is not a guy doing it. So
Well, I would say fair point, but you got to, the one thing I remember up until the last almost 10 years now is when women really start getting the respect they deserve, right? They give
yeah,
divas a chance, all that type of stuff, right? And now you're at a point where it'll be historical because it should be the first woman to do something like that. As a matter of fact, she's the first 14-time women's champion. So
Yeah.
yeah. Look, the last Divas champion, the first Raw women's champion when he had the red belt, the
Mm-hmm.
only woman, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, the only woman who won 2 Royal Rumbles,
Uh,
right?
I would think so.
Yep, right. So
Yeah, yeah.
so in that regard, they probably would be like, it'll be a celebratory thing. But I don't know. To your point, I don't know if they would, be like, oh, it's a big deal because of what she's done so far. Everything she's done. Not that they wouldn't be like, they wouldn't make it known that she's 18-time champion. You know what I'm saying? Because at one point they tried when she won the tag team titles with I believe with Oscar that one time,
Mm-hmm.
and they was about to say that she was saying 14-time champion then, but they changed that, and they
Yeah.
not even counting. So technically, if I'm not mistaken, I think we talked about this. They're not really counting her 2 NXT title reigns. I have to double check that. So with the
Right, because
14, she could technically 16 if they count both of those technically.
yeah, she's already there. If they
So
count it.
so if she went 2 more title reigns, then I guess we'll have to see what happens. So yeah.
Uh,
Um.
oh,
Well, go ahead, Ron.
now I was just gonna put in the chat what the professor was saying. If Charlotte were to get 18, people would crap on it the same way people crap on Mercedes, who doing exactly what Ultimate Dragon and Kenny did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it'll get hate. I like I said, we were talking about that. I just don't know if it'll get the same exposure it won't be as celebrated
Mm-hmm.
as if a guy does it or something like that. He
Mhm.
passes the 17, passes John Cena 17. So I don't know, man. We have to see how they do it, and I don't know. I don't think Charlotte they're gonna give Charlotte the belt that back that many times with this moment in her career and going forward. I'm sure she'll get it again, but I don't know if she'll get it that many times. So, but I don't know. So I guess it's a wait and see. But I think they want a
Um.
guy to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man, because I brought up Charlotte because I was thinking in my mind like who's actually close to the number 18. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
Male
yeah.
or female. That's why I was looking at it. But you guys raised very good points. I mean, especially with the comparison of all the work that Mercedes Monet is doing right now, and how online the internet keyboard warriors are just going at it. I mean, they just having a fit.
Mm-hmm.
Only thing I would say, I want her to win at AEW. I think I always thought it was time. I thought that would have been. I thought that would have been the plan.
For what? For Mercedes
Um,
to get
yeah,
AEW championship.
with the world title at over there where she's at.
I feel like they're building up to it, but they like I said with the Chris Statlander thing, I think they need that third woman. Like I've been saying for a few months on the show, they need that third woman to be up there with Mercedes and Tony Storm, and
Right.
they've been wanting Chris Statlander to be that for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And she's good
Right.
in the ring, but as far as character, mic work, she could be a little bit better. And people are still trying to figure out who she is for real. They like her, but I don't think we are as attached to her as we are Tony Storm and Chris Statler and as Mercedes.
Mhm.
So, and really, for us on this show, we more attached to Willow.
Yeah, yeah. I've been wanting real to. Yeah.
So
Oh
I
man.
mean, I don't. So I don't know, but they like Tony Khan is love Chris Statlander, and so but with Mercedes, they're building her up to that moment. She got all these belts, so she's good right now. So that's why they're not giving it to right now. They wanted that third woman to be up there, so they got Chris Statlander, and now it's like she about to lose all these belts back to back over the next several months, 6 to 7 months, I believe, and it's gonna build her up to finally get the AEW World Championship. So she
Right.
gonna
Right.
get it. So, but yeah, they building her down. They're breaking her down to build her up to that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I would say this last thing before we move on. You got to remember Ric Flair, Charlotte, Cena, all of Cena's titles were in one company, right? His world title reigns were in one company. Ric Flair, he had multiple. Charlotte's about to be in one company. Mercedes had like 10 different companies, right? So,
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So it depends on how you look at that too. People are going to look at it from different perspectives, and they're going to add those key elements in there as well. So,
Right.
depending on how you look at it, what you talk about respect, and hey, I had to go out here and do it like that. But some people see that as a win too, so you can't really knock it. It's just one of those situations, like how people are going to perceive it. Like, is it because you stayed in one company, or is it because you multiplied and went elsewhere? You know, it's always going to be somebody going to say something like that. You know, so yeah.
Cool beans, cool beans. Well, listen, ladies and gentlemen, we want to know what was your favorite scene or moment from the farewell tour. I got mine. I told you mine at the beginning. I'm not gonna say it again. I got mine. But hey, what was your favorite one? And just a little caveat. Listen, I think if we saw anything from this past episode on SmackDown, the tournament really did some justice for some people. Melo got his United States Championship. I mean, I think that, to me, just my opinion, I think that's a byproduct of him being in that tournament, facing Gunther. It put a whole lot more eyes on him. I mean, he was really toe to toe with Gunther.
Yeah.
I really thought he was going to beat Gunther at some moments in that match, right?
Oh yeah.
All before, I thought it was going to be just a squash. But man, he was really going toe to toe. And I think as a byproduct of that tournament, here we are, Melo, United States Championship. Before we move on into the rest of the categories, let's talk about that just for a moment.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, it's a moment we've been waiting for Carmelo to get his shine. Just like the other wrestlers he came up to the main roster with, as in a Braun Breaker, as in a Tiffany Stratton. I'm like, okay, when they got their moments, a lot of their moments, where's Carmelo? But the story with Carmelo is he's like first round draft pick, big head, think he's better than everybody, think he's ready for the main roster, but he still had a lot to learn. I get that, but we were just like, he's ready. Everybody know he's ready. He already know he's skilled. We know what he could do. But this is a story, just like Michael Cole was saying. I hate how you use this term, but the monkey was off his back. And he got this title, and then he was slowly turning babyface. Like I said, in the tournament, we saw who he was and saw how he could be the underdog against a big guy named like Gunther and go toe to toe with a big guy like that. And stand up to him. And the way he was, teaming up with Ilya Dragunov to go against, Ciampa and Gargano and stuff like that, the fans was behind him. The fans was reacting big. Yeah. And then you go to the U.S. title match, and Dragunov had a great U.S. title run with all the open challenges, banger match after banger match. And we knew the same thing was going to happen here with Carmelo. And Carmelo got the dub over him. And just like he did in NXT, they had a great matches in NXT with him and Dragunov for the NXT title. Yep. And here we are for the U.S. title. They can still go back and forth with this. And so, and the crowd, when he pinned Dragunov, that crowd reacted big. Went up. And that's a continuous thing. It ain't just it's not a one-time thing where the crowd reacted big for him. It's continuously happening lately. And so, and let people, because people are behind him, they want him to be in that position. Mm-hmm. And so it's big. It's a bright future for Carmelo, hopefully. And like I said, hopefully we get Trick on to SmackDown with him. Trick and Melo gang. Let's do it.
Yeah, with his lemon pepper steppers.
Hey, let's talk about it.
That was a cold line. Before you go, Lonnie, Melo is kind of Shawn Michaels-esque, man. I see he's a little bit resemblance of Shawn Michaels, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, he got that advice from Shawn Michaels. Like, you a smaller guy, so you really gotta show more and sell just like I did. Because Shawn Michaels is still like what 6'2", 6'1", 6'2", but he's still considered a smaller guy when he was coming through, and the prime of his career. Yeah. But it's just how he showcased himself and how he sold for people, and how he moved around the ring and the matches he put on. He was undeniable. And Carmelo was the same way. Undeniable.
I would say, something he said, delayed but not denied. Yeah, that's a life lesson, right? Yep. Me personally, I knew he would get something eventually. I just had to wait for it. I just had to wait for it. There's different pockets. People wanted it then, and right then and there. Some people were like, okay, let's see how it play out. This is how I am. I knew he was going to get some eventually. Why? Because if you pay attention, he was getting weekly matches. He was getting weekly segments. So they were getting the eyes out there. But to actually get it and to beat a guy like Dragunov, who I think Dragunov beats himself up in matches. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this man bleed every week, you know.
Like,
But
going, bro?
yeah. But you know, I just
hard.
feel like, and that was a good time. And for me, you know, going to what Ron said about the challenges, where he's at right now, that's where he needs to be in that mid card range in terms of having those type of matches. You talk about Shawn Michaels, first single title was in the Continental Championship. Not a memorable run until later down the road, but that was his opportunity, you know. They have that kind of moment. So now with Carmelo with the U.S. Championship, and pretty much looks like he's about to fight Johnny Gargano because that's who attacked him. That's another banger right there. It could happen. So I think, and then what SmackDown's going to 3 hours starting next week. So to me, the way I look at it right now, back in the day, and by the back of the day, I mean like the early 2000s, you know, that type of time when they was really doing the brand stuff, right? Really big brands like the PLEs, yeah, the PLEs, Raw, SmackDown. But what I'm saying is, SmackDown was known for the wrestling. Raw was known for the stars. What I mean by that, you had the Austins and people like that on Raw takers. But SmackDown had like later, I think they take us on SmackDown. But you had like the Brock Lesnar's, the Team Angles, the Kurt Angles, the Chris Benoit's, the Edges, the Eddie Guerreros. You know what I'm saying? That was wrestling focus because those guys are like shoot wrestlers, right? So I think that's kind of where we are a little bit with that. I think they do need. I think Ron made a comment a couple of shows ago about. I think they do need to be somewhat of a shakeup, but but I think with the wrestling, with the Johnny's wrestling, you know, Tommaso Ciampa, of course Cody's there, and depending on where they bring Trick and Oba and Javon, well, it looks like Javon gonna be on Raw according to where it's looking right now. But you know, all these different things, you know, those are gonna. You got to stretch out SmackDown. So I think wrestling's gonna be a pivotal part of that show, you know. So that's just my opinion, though.
I mean, they gotta do something. Give my girl Jade some competition up in that mug. But I mean, when we talk about Jade, it's kind of hard to find competition. I mean, the girl's a bona fide storm. I mean,
Sean, what's the next category?
Oh, the next category we're talking about. I'm glad
he said a bona fide star. A bona fide.
I mean, she's a bona fide storm. I mean, you know, when we get to that, I got something to say about that. But let's talk about the promotion of the year, and here to present the promotion of the year, since he's such in a rush. Mr. Story himself, Lonnie Nesbitt. Go ahead and tell the people about the promotion of the year.
All I'm saying is people can go find all of our shows since she won that title and they can hear you talk about her. That's all I'm saying.
What are you talking about?
Listen, thank you for the honor and privilege to be here with your brothers. And for those watching, my lovely wives in the comments, my brother Professor in the comments.
What are you talking about?
Why are you still talking about that?
Go ahead. I'll let you have. I yield the floor. Go ahead.
Hey, promotion of the year. We have WWE, AEW, TNA, and New Japan Pro Wrestling. According to the votes here, the winner was WWE.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to Ron. If you know anything about Ron G, you can't hide his face, so you have his chance to say something about that. But I know for me, and I get my point as to why I voted for WWE for this particular reason. So I know, you know, and when I also make this clear, when I vote for, I'm not voting for it to put another promotion down. You know, it's just what I feel. So for me personally, as some questionable things, and yes, there were some questionable things that WWE did this year as far as booking and all these types of different things. Yeah, I get that. But at the same point, what is everybody still talking about more than anything? If AEW or TNA had a great show, and let's say we had 2 hours on this show or any show to talk about, and WWE had a horrible show, chances are you're going to spend about 90 minutes talking about what WWE didn't do versus how good the other show did do. You know, and I'm also thinking about, for me personally, perspective of, yeah, they had, whether they do with it, they had some great bangers. They had Netflix this year. They had, ESPN is a whole other thing. They had a lot of monumental things this year. the Cena farewell tour. It kept you talking. You always talk. You never forgot about them. And so that's why I decided they were the one because people are still talking about them. Every content creator I saw, because they're passionate fans, right? No matter what was going on, they was always talking about WWE on most of the show. And it could have been, like I said, it could have been because whatever reasons, right? That's just how I feel. That's why I particularly voted for WWE. And the other people who voted for, I'm not sure, but that's just my reason.
Well, before you guys go, full disclosure, there was 6 people that voted. Out of the 6, 4 people voted WWE, 1 person voted AEW, 1 person voted TNA. Just full disclosure, 66.7% of the people decided that WWE was the promotion of the year. Now go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just everybody on the show voted for this. Okay, everybody on the show voted for everything. And so this is, like I said, the Champions Corner votes. This is our votes, our opinions about the industry. Next time we'll put a vote out to the fans and everything for the different things.
Good idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm the one who voted for AEW. I feel like they had better, pay-per-view shows and better wrestling going on.
Absolutely.
So that's what I voted for. I get what WWE did. I like I said they had great milestones this year and the farewell tour. Everybody gonna talk about that. It's seen this last year, and like I said, and that's what most people do. It's a natural thing people do. Even if you don't like the show, you're gonna talk about what you don't like, and so that's why it's gonna take up some conversations on content creation or whatever it is, interviews or whatever was going on, and a lot of people go with what they're used to. A lot of people are used to WWE, and for whatever how many years WWE been around, people are used to it. So that's what they're gonna tune into. And so, but a change is AEW, and they have to give AEW. I feel like a lot of people need to give AEW a chance, and a lot of content creators I've been watching are giving AEW a chance for the first time this year, and they say they like what they see, and that's another reason another reason I picked AEW because it's starting to turn a lot of heads because WWE from what WWE been doing in 2025, it hasn't been the best. 2023, 22, 24, WWE been on fire. But this year, the fire been, it's gonna be going down for me. And like I said, they can bring it back up to 2026 because you get a lot of guys and women coming up to the main roster. I feel like it can shake things up if they are booked right. So I'm not totally down on WWE. But I know they could do better, and AEW has done better. And for TNA, they continue to be resilient and still stick around and make moves to where they're talked about. And so that's why I applaud them also, TNA with this year. So New Japan, they gotta get some more stars, man. I don't know. A lot of their stars been taken going to these other companies, AEW, WWE, and everything else like that. And so that's the only reason they're down right now. But they still could put on great things. Takeshita is their champion, so I you still pay attention to that. So he's their champion, so that's why I pay attention to mostly to that part. And the G1 are still good, but I don't know. For this year, AEW took it for me. That's what I say about it.
Let me ask one question too before because full on, and I'm asking this because I'm still learning about AEW. Full on transparency, right? I heard what you said, bro, about AEW having the better wrestling shows. But from my understanding, they always had the better wrestling shows. So what was different in the last, let's just say 6 to 8 months? And I'm generally asking that question because we always said that AEW probably was the better wrestling show. So what was the difference?
For me, I feel like a lot of people talk about their stories. The stories need to be better. They need to compete and stuff like that. So I feel like it's been better. And then like especially Hangman's Adam Page's arc getting back to the championship, and Tony Storm being great, and Mercedes doing what she does, collecting all these titles and making history for herself, and it bringing eyes to AEW. All those things, and the Death Riders wasn't good at first, but this year it was good. It was a great heel faction. So a lot of those stories and things like that, and like I said, the wrestling itself made AEW great. And like I said, every AEW pay-per-view was worth watching. albeit long, you're gonna like I said last episode, you're gonna have to pack a dinner, like pack a lunch. It's a late night, so you packing dinner or a late night snack. But it's something for everybody on that show. And for the WWE show, everybody says Evolution and the Cena Farewell Saturday Night's Main Event was the best 2 pay-per-views this year for WWE. Yes, certain matches we still like from certain pay-per-views. But as far as the whole show, AEW been killing it, as they always do. And then, like I said, the stories have been better this year, which everybody keep talking about. So
fair enough. I just wanted to know. That's my legitimate question.
okay. But
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Only time I can't hear you is when you say something. No, I'm just playing. Go ahead. I can hear you.
Hey, go ahead, bro. Oh boy. How you feel, Jacoby? How about
we can't hear you now.
Yeah, okay. About promotion of the year. How you feel?
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, I didn't hear y'all. I didn't know it was on me. My bad. I'm going to. I didn't get a chance to cast my vote, and my apologies to the crew. But I'll probably promotion of the year. If I based it solely off pay-per-views, I would say AEW.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not based solely off pay-per-views, but overall, I would go with WWE. But in all fairness, I have some bias in the product, obviously. And I have a little bit with AEW, but I'm more biased with WWE because of certain relationships I got and people I've worked with. But like our wonderful historian and Deacon was saying, that you are always talking about WWE.
Oh man,
I was ready for it, man.
Well,
technical difficulties.
This time I had nothing to do with that. This time it was not me. This time, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, sorry, folks.
Listen,
Technical things happen.
I hear what the room is saying. You know, yeah, I voted for WWE primarily for my girl Jade. No, I'm just playing. But,
oh Lord.
Nah, man, but you know, I think that this is one of I feel like this happens at least every 5, 6, maybe 7 years. WWE goes through this period where they're just caught in the crossfires. You know, are we calling somebody in to cast their vote in their opinion? we should call the professor in. I really want to hear his take on this. Right? We should call him.
I'm sure he has a lot to say. I know he told me he had a lot to say about certain things on the show. That's why I was hoping he would come on. But like I said, you can see him in the comments.
We should call him in. We need to have a hotline. A number of people can call in and chat with us.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I mean, I think that this is just a reshuffling of the deck for WWE. This year it hasn't been the stellar year for WWE. You know, I wish they would get away from the 5 minimum card for the pay-per-view. In the beginning, we was like, wow, look how much WWE can do with just a little bit of a match. I remember having that thought process, but somewhere along the way, we just kind of just got away from, I guess, what the magic was. Now, I have a question, and a lot of people might not like the question, but if we look back at the beginning part of this year, riding off the wave of WrestleMania 41, we were like, man, the WWE is in their bag, right? So was it primarily because The Rock was involved, or was this just good booking all around the way? What would you guys say?
Well, I would say this because I know I don't have much to say about it because I think I didn't talk enough about that part. But what I would say is this: I think that one thing did set off some things when The Rock didn't, and I think when he went on Pat McAfee and said what he said, I think that's what people tagged together and be like, no. I think that was that upset a lot of people, right? He said he didn't show up, and then he said on Pat McAfee at the WrestleMania, hey, I'm going to bow out, I'm going to let y'all do your thing, and that type of thing. So I think that kind of just stopped putting a sour taste in people's mouths. and a lot also with what TKO was doing, whether it's with prices, whether it's with going on multiple platforms, all the different things. It just added to it, right? For a lot of different people. But to your point, Sean, WWE goes to this all the time. That's why I'm not concerned with their bounce back. I mean, they did well the last 4 years. It's probably time for them to have a shakeup, right? So they can grow, right? So honestly, I think this is all those things that kind of piled up at once. And a lot of people was just kind of upset about it, and that kind of made it like that. And maybe they switched over to watch AEW a lot more. It's like almost like the Monday Night Wars. You don't like what's going on in WCW right now, change to WWE. You don't like what's going on with WWE, now change to WCW. You know what I'm saying? But that's the beauty of having multiple brands too. You can do that. So yeah, that's my
You know
take.
what? And
Yeah.
I don't think it's. I heard Eric Bischoff say this, which I was like, man, that's a really interesting point. I don't think it would be a war until because he compared it like it was the war because WCW was on the same day that Raw was on. They were going head to head with Raw, right? That's how he was looking at it. That's why he considers it to be a war. He feels as though um, maybe Tony Khan isn't quite ready yet to go head to head with the major product, not like an NXT stuff like that, like a their highest show. I guess that's Dynamite because they got like 3 shows, right?
Dynamite, Collision, and I mean that's
They
pretty
don't
much
have
it, really. I think
Rampage
they
is no longer Rampage is no longer a thing.
Rampage no longer. So I
yeah.
think when Dynamite and maybe Raw, let's say Dynamite and Raw going at it at the same time slot. I guess that's when we could consider it to be a war. What do you think?
I don't know because now that Raw's on Netflix and
Oh yeah, that's true.
SmackDown's on there internationally, it's not the same because Bischoff he continues to talk about the ratings. We beat them in the ratings. We were on top for these amount of weeks on this part of the year. We can't really do that now.
Yeah.
Me and Professor was talking about, oh, I don't watch AEW. Good, the ratings. Nobody watching anyway. Okay, that's what everybody else shouldn't define what you're doing. If a lot of people are telling you this is a great product, check the product out for a few weeks or how many times long as it takes and see what you like about it and see if you like anything about it. If it's not for you, it's not for you. Okay. But if a lot of people are recommending it and they continue to put on great shows, why not check it out?
This is coming from Mr. Highlights who watched the highlights, y'all.
I still watch a lot of few full shows also. Stop, don't do that. Hey, it's a lot of wrestling going on. I can't watch it all, man. I know that everybody feel me on that. It's a lot of wrestling going on.
Hey, nobody knocking you, man. I just had to throw that in there.
Hey, did you get my message, Ron?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, I think that's gonna be the next one.
Okay. But yeah, so
all right.
Everybody ain't got time for everything.
Yeah, man. Hey, listen. I'm excited to see what the future's to hold.
But I was
go ahead.
No, I was just going to say real quick because you're probably going to say something similar. We talked about AEW having their first major show, I think, in March, Revolution, I believe. I could be wrong on that. But WWE's coming out the gate swinging. They're promoting a 1-year Netflix on January 5th. They have on January 20th, Unreal Season 2. On January 24th, 23rd, 24th, they have a combo of SmackDown and Saturday Night's Main Event. And then you end the month with the Royal Rumble. And then you pretty much the WrestleMania season. So they're going to be loaded for January already. Not to mention New Year's Evil and whatever else they're going to do. So, they kind of loaded already. And let's just say if they start doing like the A&E documentaries again, if they start doing that stuff again, I haven't heard much about it, but so yeah.
But I would say this could be AEW's biggest pivotal point of the year. The only reason I'm saying that is because I think the next WrestleMania is going to take place in Saudi Arabia. I heard Bully Ray say something like this, and it was wild, right? He's like, man, this would be the time for AEW to really capitalize, create their once of a year type event, something similar to WrestleMania. Because I'm not sure if all the people from the States are going to go to Saudi Arabia. You know what I mean?
No, they probably not.
Well, that's all in. That's all. I feel like that's all in for AEW.
And
you think they'll move it? You think they'll move it though to that time slot?
Huh?
You think they will move it to the WrestleMania time slot? You think they would do that?
No.
Okay.
I wouldn't do it because I mean WrestleMania is still WrestleMania. And that's where casual fans come in and the hardcore are going to watch. So it's no. That's like I said. That's WWE. No matter how people may talk bad about WrestleMania, you still gonna watch WrestleMania.
Yep. And that's my point earlier about how bad whatever WWE is, you're still gonna watch it, right? Because you want to see.
Kind of like the Super Bowl, no matter who team in there. Yeah.
Right, you're gonna watch that. But that's what I'm saying. AEW is that alternative, and it's a great alternative because, like I said, they put on great shows. But like I said, you just gotta turn people's heads, and they're slowly doing it. They're still a young company, but they got to get that name out there. And like Miss Analytics was saying, WWE has that further reach. But there are options out here for wrestling for everybody, and the AEW is one of the top alternatives to do it.
And they, hey, enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a capitalist. It's to the highest bidder, baby. It's the highest bidder.
Man, what it is.
And that's what I do too. I think sometimes, and I get it. Don't get me wrong. I think sometimes fans they cause themselves to be disappointed because they want certain things to happen. When it doesn't happen, then they, nobody said a certain thing was going to happen, but they thought it should happen, or they wanted it to happen, and then they get upset, right? And it kind of starts that spiral, this, that, and the other. And I get it as a fan. Yeah, you're gonna fancy book a show. I get it. But my thing is, personally, in general, just let it play out. And with everything, let it play out. Not just WWE, not just AEW. I just let it play out. Now, are there things I don't like? Absolutely. Absolutely. But I just feel like just let it play out and see what happens.
Oh, yeah.
So let's roll right into this.
Yeah, we got the next one.
Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, you're right. It is. We need an extra vote. Yeah.
Well, let's talk about it on here.
So let's talk about it. We're going to go right into the male superstar of the year. And the gentleman that's going to present this to us is none other than Ron G. Take the floor, buddy.
All right. Options for male wrestler of the year are Hangman Adam Page, Obafemi, Trick Williams, or Dominic Mysterio. For me, I'm gonna go with Hangman Page because he has the best story out of all these options that we have here. Best story to going into with Moxley and the Death Riders and everything. And he that really is almost like a 2-year story going into this because while his like he was going crazy and stuff like that, and especially with stuff he had going on with Swerve and them going back and forth. That's still one of the best wrestling stories ever to me. With the back and forth they was doing, I could watch that story arc for the longest I live. That's the one I could go back to because it's like I said, how serious it was and how hardcore it got, and it's still going. Well, like I said, they on good terms right now. And like I said, they can still have another match in the future. So, like I said, that story, like I said, him getting the title away from Death Riders, who kind of had AEW on lock for like about almost a year to that point at All In, and the match itself with All In, him and Hangman and Moxley had everybody who joined in on that. Like I said, I thought it was a Cody Rhodes-esque moment, and we see how that moment did for Cody at WrestleMania 40. It was a culminating moment, and All In was the same way for Hangman Page. So that's why I give it to Hangman Page for the male wrestler of 2025.
All right. So,
what are for the results?
So yeah, so again, full disclosure, you had 2 votes for Dominic Mysterio, 2 votes for Hangman. Essentially, it was a tie. So we need a tiebreaker. So, what do you say, Lon?
If I had to go with it, I'm gonna go with Dominic, and I'm gonna tell you why. That's what I voted for. I feel like Dominic has came into his own such a young age, man. What he's doing, you want this man to get his butt kicked. You want this man to get his butt kicked. And then on top of that, at the same time, you want to cheer him. Intercontinental champion at WrestleMania, when he won the title, he got cheered. I thought this was gonna turn him face. I really did. And then let's talk. That's the wrestling word. Let's talk about the character development, the stuff he did with Liv. Even before that, the stuff he did with Rhea. You know what I'm saying? Even though that's a year prior, I'm just saying this year alone. Look what he did in AAA, having 2 bangers of things with the things with John Cena. He's a made man right now in that regard, man. And then the way he beat Cena, he tried to trick him with the injury. Then you had everybody come out, right? The Judgment Day. and they got beat down, but that's another story. But you know what I'm saying? Like I feel Dom is really coming to his own right now. I think he's hurt right now, unfortunately, but uh, I think he's came into his own with it. Now that's not to take anything away from Hangman Adam Page. That moment was, to RC's point, was a Cody Rhodes type of moment, especially when he pulled the title out of the bag after winning it, because you haven't seen it in months in AEW. That was a moment. Yes, yes, I do. But I feel like throughout the whole year, Adam Page built back up it because I remember I think Will Ospreay was giving him his flowers in the ring, saying that hey, people are starting to believe again. It's because of him. And I get all that too, but I just feel Dom has kind of been carrying this thing on his own, man. He's been doing his thing. He was in a group, and now he's the star you want to see in the group. You know what I'm saying? Out of everybody that's there now, I know Damien Reyes not in the group anymore, but Dom is that person for me.
Okay. All right. Want to know what you guys think down in the comment section about the male superstar of the year? Okay, so we got Hangman is the best character in wrestling. Hangman, what's the hashtag? Did nothing wrong.
What you say?
The professor was saying Hangman is the best character in wrestling. Hangman
did.
Wrong.
Ain't nobody say he did nothing wrong, Professor.
So
I go to Hangman, man. Like I said, it was main event all the way through, and like I said, he's here. That's why I say AEW is one of the promotion of the year. Talking about back to that category, is a lot of it is because of Hangman.
Mm-hmm.
You're bringing another promotion up with the things you're doing on television, and people want to see. You're bringing this promotion up, and making it a must see thing. So that's why I give the Hangman. That's part of why.
So let me ask you this: do you think Hangman's going to be the one who? Do you think they put the title back on MJF just to have Hangman beat him?
Yeah, I possibly him or Swerve, because both of them are on that chase towards MJF. Because in the previous show before World's End, they're going after MJF because MJF just came back, but they focusing on him. They not focusing on the actual world champion Samoa Joe, even though how great Samoa Joe is. But you see that they're on that chase towards him, Swerve and Hangman, and them teaming up to come after you. That ain't something you want for real.
Wrestling 101.
But MJF is right. MJF is that big heel that you want to put the belt on, and like I said, he's a great talker, and he's also great in the ring. But you need that chase right now, and then those two guys are the top two right now. And once Ospreay come back, he might be right on his tail too. So
yeah, because he haven't had the main title yet, has he?
No, Ospreay hasn't had it yet.
That's the guy I want to have it. That's my and AEW. That's my guy.
They can kiss all that goodbye because MJF got the belt down. That guy gonna hold it for a long time. You heard it here, ladies and gentlemen. They kiss all that goodbye.
I mean, MJF has the longest AEW title reign out of anybody, so you might be right.
They gonna kiss that goodbye.
Tell them stop mentioning Diddy so much. Huh? Tell them stop mentioning Diddy so much.
Oh my God! I mean, only did it one time, but yeah, we don't need to mention Diddy on this.
They did twice.
Oh well.
Let's see.
Okay.
We know. I know.
Okay.
The reference into burning down Swerve's house, which I thought was crazy, by the way.
Oh, definitely crazy. Was. Like I said, that feud was just all. It was an all timer. The feud, the whole thing was going on.
Yeah, the syringe and all that. It was crazy.
Yeah, so, they had some crazy stuff though. Yeah.
This may tie into the promotion of the year. Who knows? But the PLE pay-per-view, I'm still on the pay-per-view side of things. Show of the year, it's a tie. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a tie. It's another tie. We got, so let me name the categories, ladies and gentlemen, for you. So we have AEW's Double or Nothing, WWE's Evolution, TNA Bound for Glory, AEW's All In. And the winners are, it's a tie. AEW's All In and WWE Evolution. What do you guys think?
Let me just start like this. You know, this is why I voted for WWE Evolution. Now, All In was a good show, but this is why I voted for Evolution. You would think that Evolution had a lot coming against it, right? It wasn't the same weekend they had the MLB All-Star Game, the Beyonce concert, all in the same city, right? Then, people was talking about that stuff and other, but yeah. But you also had a point. That was the last wrestling event of that weekend on Sunday because you had that day before you had Saturday night's main event, and I think earlier that day you had NXT Great American Bash, and then you had All In that was pretty much from 7 a.m. to midnight on Saturday.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is you had all that. So at that point, you were like, man, people might be burnt out from wrestling that weekend. So you got to finish the show with this. And they came out and they delivered. They came out and knocked it out the park, man.
Maybe.
You know, especially in that Rhea EO match, you know, man, come on, bro. And then Naomi cashing in. Woo!
I hear you.
To me, let's get it. That's
Hey,
all I got to say about that.
hey, it was a great show.
It was.
But I don't know. I give it All In. I mean, they had some better matches. And a lot of stories culminating, a lot of stories starting with that. And like I said, it all come down to what that we tied, like I said, it ties into who was the male wrestler of the year and why it's the promotion of the year. For me, like I said, Hangman Page, that story arc, man. Like if you got a lot of stories culminating. Yes, Evolution had great matches with certain and whatnot, but AEW's we talk about the stories, and that's what matters, right? And those are stories brought to life with that. And even if you just had like the 5 matches, I mean, you got Osprey and Swerve teaming up against the Young Bucks. You got, like I said, we said Moxley and Hangman. Who else we had? We had MJF winning the Battle Royal. We had Athena winning the Battle Royal. A lot of things came from that. Like that, you know, that dragged on to the rest of the year. Especially with MJF just not getting the title back just last night with at World's End because of that what he got right there at the All In show. And like I said, it wasn't just about that show. It like I said, it coming into the rest of the year, and it's gonna continue to make impact towards 2026. What happened at that show? So that's why I give it all to All In.
The only one thing I would say about that is that we won't know at this point in time what Naomi would have been doing right now because obviously she's pregnant. So her cashing in, we don't know what she would have been doing right now. What kind of story was the plan? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I want to make sure we don't forget about that point.
Oh Lord, he said WWE Women's Wrestling Entertainment.
Hey, what's up? Sometimes, like I said, the women are doing better than the men on a lot of these shows, and that's why we're saying about the thing with Charlotte. How will it count? Because the women she's part of why they're doing better than the men are.
Hey, the women are having a heck of a year, man. They're having a heck of a year.
Across the board.
One in particular that had a heck of a year.
Oh goodness gracious! Next category.
Since we're on the women category, let's talk about it. Let me send this over to somebody. Let me get them to talk about this. All right, be on standby.
Oh, we gotta go. What's the next one?
Female wrestler of the year looks like, I guess.
Yeah, female wrestler of the year. So I just be on standby. I just sent that over to you, buddy. And so the person that's gonna
wow,
female wrestler of the year.
All right.
This one was by a landslide. I mean, it was a landslide. But go ahead, Ron.
All right. So for the nominees for female wrestler of the year are Toni Storm, Mercedes Moné, Naomi, and Io Sky. And your overall winner, Miss Mercedes Moné, or Ultimo Moné.
Ultimo.
Yeah.
Now, before you give your nice reason why, we got to talk about why my girl Jay was not up in this category here. We got to talk about it, man. She went in a few of these categories, and I'm I'm scratching my head about it. Go ahead, Arthur.
Hey, Jade had a good year too. I mean, Jade won at WrestleMania. She became Queen of the Ring, and she became WWE champion. Now, but you're pretty sure was he tag team champion this year also? Or was that last year? Okay, that went on to the next year. But either way, she still had 3 great moments this year for Jade. So she should have been a writer. You should have wrote her in.
I need to write her in my ballot.
Yeah, but I mean, Mercedes Moné, man. I mean, 12, 13 titles out of multiple companies.
Crazy.
Basically a world champion without being a world champion, man. Come on. She's all over. She's wrestling more than anybody. in both promotions, both top promotions. Let me say that, and she's showing why she's one of the best of all time. And like I said, we all kind of expected her to get the AEW World Championship, but they got other plans, and she will get it sooner or later. But this year was her year, man. Second place was Naomi, also great, but Mercedes was more consistent throughout the year and lasted the whole year. Naomi got pregnant around August, September, so that kind of shortened her time. But if she kept going on, I feel like she would have been closer in being the top spot because she had a great heel turn, great segment with Bianca. That's one of the segments of the year. If you want to, that's not a category we have, but that's still one of the best segments of the year. Where Bianca and Naomi, and like I said, she got the World Championship this year and Money in the Bank. So if ever could have been Naomi, but Mercedes just, like I said, more consistent, and like I said, world champion without being a world champion. I mean, wrestling all over the world and doing more than everybody. So it had to be Mercedes without question.
I honestly, I have nothing to add because I agree with the fair points. She whatever she accomplished this year, yeah, you couldn't help but she deserved that. So
I think it was her year for sure. Very, very, I guess, unappreciated about the history that this girl is making right now. I mean, considering everything that your girl's gone through, came from WWE, everything like that, to be now where she's at. I mean, she was a star then, but she's now like an even bigger star now, considering the resume that she's building for herself out there.
Oh,
But
yeah.
when we come to Naomi, I scratch my head on that, ladies and gentlemen, because I say that she would have ran up against that Storm this year. Like it's been happening. I mean, we just gonna sit here like that Storm ain't come up against Naomi. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, she lost to Jade at WrestleMania. She lost to Jade at Evolution.
Yeah.
But I mean, Naomi cash in later that night.
Nah,
So I mean, I don't know. Yeah, Jade should have been probably a write-in. She probably. I mean, what y'all think about the rest of the nominations though? We got Io Sky and Tony Storm.
I'm so sick of Io and Rhea. I'm so sick of it. But Tony Storm.
That's how he feels.
I mean, Tony Storm is legendary, man. But because of everything that Mercedes Moné is doing, I guess in and outside of AEW is what kind of put it over the top for me. So,
yeah,
I would say this. Granted, 4 categories. We're not gonna get everybody in here. We probably should have had Mariah May in here.
This guy, Ron. This guy.
No.
We probably. Hold on. No, just let me cook. Let me cook for a minute. I'm just saying what she did with Tony. I think she probably could have been a category for her in there as well, right?
I don't think so. Because I don't think so.
A lot of the big things she did was last year. No,
Right.
2024. That's why I said. Yeah. That's why I was saying no.
She's kind of reinventing herself right now.
Yeah.
Well, I was talking about the Mariah May Monica. I wasn't so much talking about the Great Monroe. But I'm just saying. So the 4 categories, it does make it challenging. You talking about why Jade ain't in here? Hey man, she had a good year. Maybe next year we'll give her a category of her own with 4 things she's done.
I mean, don't threaten me with a good time. I mean, she
yeah, you're right. Io Sky had a great year too. Been the world champion and everything. Well, yeah, Jay probably could have took her spot. I ain't gonna lie. For Io Sky, she's good. Io Sky had a good year. Like I said, she had one of the best matches this year, and probably match of the year with Rhea Ripley.
This year.
And she had a great match with she did that and had a great match with Rhea at Evolution, and surprisingly got the world title back from Rhea this year on that Raw. But Jay got snubbed on this one, so that's all.
Professor and I see eye to eye on this topic here. Professor, listen, I knew he was here, buddy. I knew he was here.
But she still wouldn't have won. She still wouldn't have won.
That is Mr. Submissioner and what was it? The doctor. agreeing on something. Man,
he the original Doctor of Thugonomics.
Yeah, but even if Jay was nominated or right in, whatever it is, I think Mercedes still would have been the winner, female wrestler of the year.
And that's kind of true. Well, listen, my girl Jay is supposed to be up in a lot of these categories. But anyway, let's talk about the return of the year. And none other to present that to you was none other than the historian himself. Go ahead, take it away, buddy.
So yes, ladies and gentlemen, the return of the year. Man, what a time. AJ Lee. Didn't really saw that coming until things started kind of till
You gotta
Becky
say the
started
rest of
smacking Punk around.
you gotta say the rest of the names in the category
But
first.
man, let me cook, bro. Let me I got you. Let them cook, man. AJ Lee, Brock Lesnar. Everybody had it their way. RC, Darby Allin and Ron Killings. Right? You know, I had picked Brock for this one. Well, overwhelmingly, the winner is AJ Lee.
Oh yeah.
The reason I picked Brock because I was not expecting that. Now I guess I should have, seeing how he always come back on Cena. But it's just one of those situations where AJ's been going longer and taking that time off and not coming back the way she came back with the CM Punk team with AJ take on Seth and Becky. I think that was a valid, good story at the time. So nobody really expected that after some time. So I think that's why one of the biggest reasons why she won. But hey, she came back. AJ Lee was the winner. Who did y'all vote for, gentlemen?
I think I voted for Brock Lesnar on this one because I thought that given all the legal circumstances around him, I didn't see him coming back.
I voted for AJ Lee. We ain't seen her in about 10 years plus maybe. So and she ain't been back since then, and she's still barely been back. But I mean, that's still a great moment to see her back because we seen Brock in the past few years. It's cool, but with AJ, I feel like it's a moment for her because she has a lot more that she can accomplish. Brock, we don't see Brock accomplish all he could do. Well, AJ coming back and this environment for the women have much they have progressed. I feel like AJ Lee has a lot more to do and she like a lot more to add in her comeback.
Got it.
So that's a part of the reason why I gave it to AJ Lee. But I just thought she'll be more, around more. Let me say that. She there for War Games. She was there for the mixed tag match with Seth and Becky. But I want her and Becky to have a full on feud. I just want, like I said, AJ to go for the titles and accomplishments that that wasn't even available for women when she was at her peak or before.
Right.
So that's part of the reason why I got it because I know what could come from it.
One thing I would add, when I announced AJ Lee first, I wasn't announcing the winner first. I was just kind of ad-libbing to everybody's name. So I want to make that clear too. So I wasn't announcing the winner first.
You good, man. So now, man, so AJ Lee, I mean, you're right. We ain't seen her for so long, and I mean, when that music happened, and it just all kind of fit together. That it was Seth Rollins, his girl, Punk. Who else was going to be able to help Punk? They teased it. Rhea was going to come out. I thought Rhea was going to be on Friday Night SmackDown to help out Punk, but then it's AJ Lee. A big pop.
I just think I just want to add that I just think that we knew he was gonna come back, and we just didn't know Brock. That's where I was coming from. We didn't know Brock was coming back. Like I said, and I remember the first professor coming here and said he popped. I've been watching the show after that. He said he popped, and if you know that man, he don't pop much. So you know what I'm saying. So, but the way he was excited about it, because I know he generally likes Brock. So, but yeah, I that's why I voted for Brock because again, to Sean's point. Everything that was going on around that, we didn't know if he's gonna get it again. I mean, word has it that this might be his last rodeo too. So, I guess we'll see.
That's word on the street. So, ladies and gentlemen, we want to move on to breakout star of the year, and in the category we have Javon Evans, we have Leon Slater, Kyle Fletcher, Stephanie Vakir. And the winner is none other than Stephanie Vakir.
Wow.
Right? Now, my girl Jay should have been in this category too. But I'm going to just leave it like that. But What you guys think, Stephanie? I mean, she had a lot of obstacles to overcome with the language barrier. She just kind of went from NXT to a fast track to the world title picture. I ain't mad at that. Like the Alabama professor of the Alabama. Look at me, Alabama professor. The Alabama ambassador would say, I ain't mad at that. What do you guys think about that?
I mean, I think it's fair. I mean, with everything she accomplished this year, I think this year she won the women's North American and the women's NXT championship, and she combined that when she beat Julia, if I'm not mistaken. And then coming on the scene, and then winning the world title on Raw by beating EO, who we just had a contention for women's wrestler of the year. I mean, what she got going on right now? Yeah, we'll see what happens out there working with legends, but I think it's a fair one. I really do. For everything she accomplished, and it's to overcome, to be able to have people um, with eyes on you, even with your language barrier. Like you still got eyes on you. You're still making the waves. So
Just before you go, Crump, the runner up was Javon Evans.
Yeah, and that's all I want to talk about. Yeah, I understand Stephanie, like I said, well, how fast she's moving and how much she's accomplishing in such a short time. Um, but yeah, Javon Evans, man, everybody's talking about that man. And like I said, a lot of world champions, a lot of people on these podcasts and whatever else, a lot of people talking about Javon Evans. He's everywhere right now. Uh, from AAA, from Raw, SmackDown, NXT, TNA. He's everywhere, and he's doing it big on all shows and showing and putting his name out there. He was, like I said, on the Cena Farewell Saturday Night Main event and showed out on there with Leon Slater. So Leon Slater was in this category with him. So, so I'm eager to give it either one, man. They both accomplished great things this year, or had great moments this year. Let me say that, because Ron ain't had a championship yet, but but yeah, she's racking up the accomplishments right early in her career in WWE, and so I understand why she won.
Mm. I mean, when we hear the word breakout star, I think the digital audience would agree with me that Jade Cargill had a breakout year. I mean, she came out from under the shadows of Bianca to come and be the world champion. I mean, come on. What are we doing here? What are we doing? But Javon Evans had a good year, by the way. He did have a good year.
Yeah.
He did have a good year.
It go either way.
yeah,
It go either way with that one.
Which leads me, ladies and gentlemen, to proudly announce to you guys the tag team of the year. I did the honors on that one. Now, the categories are as follows. You had Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. You had the Hurt Syndicate. Is it Brodeo?
Brodito.
Brodito. You had Brodito. And you had none other than Bianca Belair and Naomi. The winner, or the winners are, should I add, the winners are Bianca Belair and Naomi.
Wow.
A landslide.
Really?
Landslide. Yeah, that's what I said.
Nah, bro. I don't know. They was cool.
Yep. A landslide. 50% of the votes were Bianca and Naomi. Number 2 was Brodito. Well, I voted for them.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Well, I voted for Naomi and Bianca. Coming off what they were doing, they were vibing to me, man. Up until that beatdown. They were vibing, man. Oh, would you prefer I say they were Jaden?
Oh, wow. Thanks. Wow.
Oh my god. That's funny.
You prefer I say that?
That is funny.
Yeah, they had me, man. I was enjoying what they were doing. So but it's out to me.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Okay. I'm going to comment first. I voted for Kyle as breakout star of the year. Stephanie have a great year. I think Javon really will break out next year as a top face.
I agree.
Going off our last category. Yeah, I can go with that. But for Javon, Yeah, like he did a lot this year, but yeah, I think he would do a lot more in 2026. I could agree with that. Kyle Fletcher had a great year. Um, for a tag team of the year, I voted for Brodito. I can see why you give it to Bianca and Naomi because they was doing great as a tag team, and then their story in itself led to other things that could go on, especially like you said, Sean Jade and Naomi match at WrestleMania, and their match at Evolution. Um,
Don't give him no more Jade representation. Don't give him no more ammo for Jade. He don't need it.
Because she was snubbed out of some of these categories with us, so I want to give her some credit, and
Hey, nobody,
she had a great year, and
nobody
so
dissing her. Nobody dissing her.
I know. I just saying. I just like I said, I don't want to speak about her. But
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, if you brought over them, they gave more storyline for these shows for the rest of the year, and that could still go on till even this coming WrestleMania, especially if Bianca and Jade go at it for the WWE Women's Championship. So I could see that. But Bro Dito, what they were doing for the AEW Tag Team titles this year was, man, those matches they had and how they brought the tag team division to life in AEW. Um, it was awesome, man. It was just awesome to watch, and like I said, it really put eyes on, especially Bandito for me.
Mm-hmm.
And for what he is, I know Brody King was doing great things. How he moves in the ring as a big guy, but them together, and we didn't think how they would mesh together. Like I said, it's a makeshift tag team, and what they did, the matches they put on, and the odds they put on in the division, uh, I, it leaded me to vote for them. But
Right.
I thinking about it, I can understand why Bianca and Naomi, because of the storylines they continue to provide for the rest of the year and going on probably into this year's WrestleMania.
Mm.
yeah. That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm hoping for. Bianca and Jade at Mania, man. That's what I'm pushing for. Bianca and Jade.
If
All
Bianca
right.
come back, hopefully.
Yeah, man. So leads us to this right here. Let's talk about it. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment of the year. And the person that's going to introduce us, well, present the category of the moment of the year, is none other than Ron G.
Oh, all right. Moment of the year. You have your nominees: Dudley's versus Hardy's at Bound for Glory, the final match they had. Hangman defeats John Moxley at All In. Jade returns and beats down Naomi at Elimination Chamber. Crazy. Paul Heyman returns on Roman Reigns and CM Punk at WrestleMania in the main event of night one. But your winner is Heyman Page defeating John Moxley as 50 Cent.
Mm,
The
got to
set,
be
and
wrong.
another, runner up was the Paul Heyman turns on Roman Reigns and CM Punk.
Yeah.
Like I
I'm
was
the
saying,
only I'm the
uh,
only one that voted for the Jade moment. I see. I see.
you don't want to vote. Yeah, Jay got kind of snubbed in these categories, I swear. But
Bro.
that was a big moment. But I mean, Hangman, like I said, that story arc was, like I said, the thing my Hangman built was building for 2 years. It was a story of him coming back, breaking down and coming back. And I feel like they're doing the same thing with Mercedes. That's what I was saying. She about to lose all her titles and come back for a moment at next year's All In. I feel like that can happen. As far as this year, yeah, that it's a big moment. Like I said, the Hangman is bringing AEW back to prominent, well, up to more prominence with the story he has going on. And like I said, he's one of the greatest characters in wrestling today. And so I feel like he deserved to win that. But yeah, that moment Paul Heyman turned to Roman Reigns and CM Punk, I definitely don't think we saw all that coming. We might have seen him thought he was turning on Roman Reigns possibly, but not CM Punk also. Not both at the same time. And teaming with Seth Rollins to
Yeah.
form the division.
I
Uh,
didn't see that, man. I didn't
yeah.
see that one.
That was a bang of a match too, man. That was a bang of a match.
Nice
Oh
match.
yeah, oh yeah. Both
That was
triple
a nice match.
threats at WrestleMania was dope.
Yeah.
Mhm. That was a nice match. Um, yeah, man. That Jade moment was just priceless, bro. I mean, come on. The Jade moment was priceless. And I'm sure the digital audience, just hear me out. Just hear me out. I'm sure they would agree with me that Jade moment was priceless. Come on. Let me walk you back since you probably forgot. It's been a while. It's been a while.
Yep.
My girl Jade was ruthlessly assaulted to an inch of her life. And she comes back, ladies and gentlemen. She comes back for all the adversity. All right? She comes back at the Elimination Chamber to come out there and everybody thought it was going to be Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan was like, "Oh, Jay's music hits," and she's like, "Oh my God." She probably peed her pants, ladies and gentlemen. We don't know. We don't know.
Lord.
But the cage opens up, and what does Jay do? She goes right after Naomi. The liar herself all that time, been lying to Bianca. What a moment. What a moment.
Oh yeah, it's a crazy
What a
beatdown
moment.
now, but I mean, and it led to a pretty good, like one of the Jade's best matches at WrestleMania with Naomi.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think? Hold on, real quick. You think that was a better match or the match of Evolution?
Uh,
Hmm.
well, as far as just a match, I feel like the one at WrestleMania, the second match had weapons in it and stuff like that, so that kind of helped it out. So as far as just a match, I'll go for the one at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And then Bianca was the referee.
Yeah. I mean, that
Yeah.
added more to the story, so yeah, I get that. Yeah, but I don't know.
Yeah. And then the Paul Heyman, that moment, man, I didn't see that coming, man. Like you said, I thought that he was going to turn his back on. I was thinking he's going to turn his back on Punk, just to like this was a whole big ruse this whole time that him and the Tribal Chief had, they had planned this whole entire time, man. But I didn't see him turn on the Tribal Chief as well. So
Yeah.
that was a
It
good
was
one.
it was time though. They wasn't gonna do much more.
That was a good one. And then Hangman. I mean, after John Moxley has been beating the who's, and we was like, who's gonna stop John Moxley? You know what I'm saying? Who's gonna stop his reign? And none other than Hangman. So yeah, man, I think the Dudley's final match. I mean, that was
It was a nostalgic match and that
nostalgic.
matching moment. Yeah.
Yeah. But hats off to Hangman, man. Hangman, it's shaping up to be, ladies and gentlemen. Like the data showing that this might have been AEW's year. I mean, we got quite a few things here that's showing AEW is leading the charge. We want to know what you guys think in the comment section. Let's get to our last and final category. I had to switch it, Ron, so I gave it to Lonnie. So
That's all good.
Lonnie, take it away.
All right. So match of the year. Match of the year, ladies and gentlemen. Match of the year. Are we ready?
Oh yeah.
We ready?
All right.
All right, Triple H.
So your category is as follows: John Cena versus AJ Styles at Crown Jewel.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Storm versus Mercedes Moné at All In.
Mm-hmm.
Will Ospreay versus Heyman at Double or Nothing. And Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky versus Bianca Belair at WrestleMania 41.
Mm.
And your winner, with 50% of the votes, John Cena and AJ Styles.
Wow.
Hey man.
Your backup was Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky versus Bianca Belair at 33.3%.
That was a banger.
Oh yeah, bro. Both great matches.
Go ahead,
Go ahead.
Go ahead, OC. I know you want to talk about that John Cena AJ Styles match.
Go ahead, bro.
Hey man, that's a match everybody was just hyped the whole time for.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, Sean, is what a love letter to wrestling, man. Pay respect to all people who John Cena did fight and couldn't fight on this Fair World Tour, and for he did fight all throughout his career. And AJ Styles showed love to TNA wrestlers that he fought all throughout his career in TNA. So and then both of them come together, and plus that with John Cena, giving that great introduction for AJ Styles that nobody knew about, and it surprised everybody. And like I said, it was just a stand up moment as far as John Cena. That added to it. The Bray Wyatt moment with all the fireflies, the cameras, all the lights going around in the crowd. Everybody was just in tune with that match, and it was a fun match, man. It's a match you could just continue to go back to, I believe, from this year. And so I was hyped the whole time. You just smiling the whole time. This is why it's part of why you love wrestling is matches like that. That's what I was happy it was match of the year.
Yep. That was a really good match of the year to kind of just be a kaleidoscope of what wrestling is all about, man. And it's about the feelings that you get, the the stories, the entertainment, in between stuff. John Cena did a really good job of paying homage to a legend like AJ Styles, which I feel doesn't get as much credit as he should. I mean, this guy, the AJ Styles in the prime was amazing, right? And John Cena just has a way of just making every match, like he said on the podcast, like living in the moment, right? Like really capitalizing that moment. And the shot that really crystallizes that whole night was the fireflies. And he looks up in the audience and everybody's got their cell phone, they're waving it, man, and he's almost about to tear up because it was a you couldn't even ask. It was like right on cue. Like everybody right on cue, man. It was picture perfect. Um but the Rhea match was pretty cool too. Rhea, Io, and Bianca. Just sucks where Rhea and Io are now. They're like bosom buddies, and I'm like, can we just get this over with? Like, jeez. But
Yeah.
hats off to Cena, man, and AJ Styles. They put on a great, great, great match that night.
Oh yeah, man. I'm looking forward to more. See what AJ Styles. His like I said, he got his time coming up. His retirement coming up. So let's see where he goes from here.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
that's
think
we still got something to look forward to with him.
Yeah, I think Chris Jericho might be a part of that tour because he might be on the way back to WWE.
Ah, that'd be interesting. I mean, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, everybody say what they're not going to do, and then when they do it, it's like, okay, hey, it's part of it.
Final thoughts. Maybe some brief highlights about AEW's pay per view.
um, everything was good for this year for 2025 for as rules we gave to everybody. I it was a good year. It was decent. A lot of great moments. But I feel like for like the WWE's a lot of rebuilding and trying to figure out what we're going creatively where we're going. A lot of good for their brands and stuff like that, and the spotlight on them. But creative, hopefully, go stronger in 2026. AEW's finding themselves and getting their stories together and continues to put in great matches. They always going to do that part. But as far as stories, got better this year. And Hangman's leading the charge with that and one of the best characters in wrestling, as we say. But yeah, a lot of great moments. A lot of people breaking out and coming up and doing great things. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to 2026 next year. As far as World's End, another great pay per view. We got MGF as new champion. I like to say he's great for a big heel to be there on a chase. We got Brodito about to fight him. I think he beat Ricochet for the Diamond Ring, but I think MGF will still win that and beat Bandito by getting the Diamond Ring back. I feel like he's gonna put that back on the line, and MGF gonna get that back. So we'll see what happens with that. And we have a new Continental Champion with John Moxley. So he didn't capture another time. I feel like he done turned babyface out of nowhere, and so we'll see what him and Death Riders go because I feel like they could still. That might be another reason they could kick him out over the Death Riders. So I very much want to see where that story goes. I think Stylander still has the bill, and but yeah, like I said, another great show from AEW with a lot more to come. I feel like that show should have been at the beginning of the year because we got a while till we got another AEW pay per view. But still another great one from AEW. Like I said, the end of the year strong on that one. I feel like.
I would add the things that come to me. Two things I want to add for our show. The two John Cena references I want to add, and then one. It looks like we're finally going to get, and we talked about this a lot of times, Willow Nightingale against Mercedes Moné again. I think they're fighting on Dynamite, if I'm not mistaken. So we're probably going to go back to that, which is good. But I also wanted to shout out Samoa Joe and Adam Copeland, or Cope, as they gave John Cena some salutes doing some matches this year as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was dope.
So,
Yeah.
did I interrupt you, bro?
Oh no, you go ahead.
Okay. Bold predictions for 2026. Mine's is Obafemi. That's it.
Oh, bruh. I mean, speaking on that, we could possibly see, but for bold prediction, see Obafemi versus McIntyre for the WWE Championship. Because I feel like McIntyre could get the title from Cody in Berlin. And then because you saw that we saw a moment with them at Saturday's main event, Oba and McIntyre. So that could probably be a moment, maybe at WrestleMania. I don't know.
Yeah.
Didn't two going at each other on SmackDown? Come on now, that could be a great moment. I feel like that's a bold prediction, and that could definitely happen.
Well, I don't. It's not much. It's not so much a prediction, but it's just I'm very interested in this. Cody and Drew done fought multiple times, and now kind of like Cody and Kevin last year, right? When they come in and they ended the Rumble. But Drew and Cody are not even going to fight at the Rumble or Saturday Night's Main Event. They're fighting it on the international waters, on like early. It's not even a PLE or network television show. So it makes me wonder what's going to happen with Cody now, like because Nick Aldis, this is my bold prediction right now to start the year. This is what it is. Thank you. So Cody, if I'm not mistaken, he elbowed Nick Aldis this past week, right?
Mm-hmm.
So one or two things will happen: either Cody versus Nick Aldis somewhere soon, not Mania like before that, or Nick has enough of the disrespect from Cody, and he makes Cody put the title on the line in the Rumble.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
That's my start off this. That's what I think. Because why would Drew and Cody fight so early when you got two big major shows coming up? So something bigger has to be on the horizon.
Yeah, and I think the money's in all this in Cody right now. That's where the money's at.
It could be, but everybody's thinking about Mania. Like, where we going towards Mania? You think they got to keep it on Cody? Or Cody gonna have to go in? He has to have a big match or have a title match. Cody and Roman, I mean, both have to have either title matches or just big main event matches at WrestleMania. So that's kind of like, where do they go? Because you got so many stars. Drew McIntyre deserves the title right now. Much as I love Cody, I got a Cody jacket on, but Drew McIntyre is doing his thing. Oba's coming up. Trick might be on SmackDown. Like, what big stars? I know Oba and Trick just not getting there, but hey, Oba is somebody you can automatically put in the title picture or in the main event picture.
Because Oba could be the next Brock Lesnar.
Yeah,
he could be that. He's on that caliber, like the next big thing type deal. You know what I mean?
Right. And then we got Gunther right there, who just set off John Cena, put him in retirement, and so he's one of the biggest heels they have right now. Actual heel, everybody's booing right now. And McIntyre, both of them are two of the best, and they on separate shows. The biggest heel they got, because when McIntyre said to Cody on Friday, boy, that was
that was so what the heel in me was just like, oh man, what a great line.
Crazy. But these are legit heels right now. That's what everybody wants. That's what you need in wrestling. Legit heels. Not people, everyone's back and forth. People cheering, some people booing. Everybody's booing these guys. Top heels. That's what you need. So it'd be great if Cody's on the chase from McIntyre. Much as I love Cody, but Cody's two-time champ right now, so it's cool. And I feel like he'll get it back. So,
and he could get it back before Mania.
Yeah, definitely. We hate to see McIntyre with another short reign or something like that, but we got to think about going to WrestleMania. It's hard to think about how they're going to play it.
Dude, I listen, man. For Cody at Mania, I only see him fighting maybe 4 people at this point in his career at Mania. You can either do him and Roman, the rubber match, right?
Yeah.
Him, unless they move the Rock in there, if they came him and the Rock, I'll say that. Third, I would say pick your head up, RC. It's all right, man. Number 3,
I'm trying to put my hopes in the Rock showing up right now. So if he do, I'll be happy. But I mean, come on.
CM Punk, Cody.
Oh yeah.
To me, that'll be. And if they really, if I had to pick a 4th, honestly. Sorry, I just got a text message from my mother-in-law now. If I had to pick a 4th match right now for Cody, I don't know right now. I don't know.
It'd be Randy Orton, man.
Oh, Randy Orton. Yep, Randy Orton. Those would be your 4. There's only 4 people I see him fight. That's right, Randy Orton. That's only 4 people I see him going there right now.
Gunther.
Oh yeah.
Gunther against Cody Rhodes. But I really want to see Gunther and Brock Lesnar. Please come on now. Yeah,
that is Mania right there. That is Mania.
Yeah, we're supposed to get Gunther and Brock Lesnar like a year or 2 ago.
This is what I told Lonnie the day when after the day that my moment of the year happened. Cena tapped out. I mean, I said, man, wouldn't it be something if Brock comes out and said, you know what, I'm going to avenge John Cena and take out Gunther?
Hey, if they want to play it like that, because Gunther gotta have to keep that heel status.
Yeah.
So if you want to have Brock go against him, be that baby face, there you go. But either way, I don't care who baby face, who heel. I just want to see the match.
Well, the thing is, I mean, you got Gunther, but he's teasing with AJ, who's about to retire.
Yeah.
And then you see a Punk came in his face last week. And technically, Gunther didn't get his rematch yet from Punk from SummerSlam.
Right.
If they still doing that. But so you got a lot of things right there too, because the road to WrestleMania is going to be very long in that regard. And then you're going to Chicago for Chambers. So I'm trying to think what they're going to do there.
Right. I think about that commercial, man. What they keep showing like this Black Horseman piece that was in the commercial with the men.
Mm-hmm.
I think that might be Randy Orton, like I guess symbolizing Randy Orton or something like that. Because I mean and a lot of people have been like, oh man, Randy Orton's being underutilized and stuff like this. I'm like, but this man, he's out there saying, hey, I'm spending time with my family.
Yeah, and they had him across seas during John Cena's moment. So I get what people saying. Like he should have been there for that. But yeah, you can plug in Randy Orton anywhere on the roster. You really plug him in anywhere, get a moment for up and coming star or him fight against Cody. You can plug him in anywhere. So, like I said, 2026 can be great for WWE if they play their cards right. With who they have coming up, they can shake the roster up a little bit, switch people around, and make some big moments, make some big matches, just like a few that we just named. It could be some especially good matches for WrestleMania or SummerSlam. We could save some of those matches. So, and then like not to mention, Seth Rollins will be back before WrestleMania. And
you think so?
Yes. And I feel like Austin Theory could be inside man for.
He's a double agent.
Yeah, he could be inside man for Seth Rollins.
He's double agent.
That's another big moment that they could have.
Man, I want to see Roman and Seth though at WrestleMania 1-on-1, man. This version of Seth versus that version of Roman, I really want to see that. But I guess you might have to wait.
I think had he not got injured, and if they did the War Games bit with Rollins, and I think that we'd probably be headed towards Roman and Rollins that way. But I don't think now. But I hope it's another. Cause I feel like there's a second mystery man running out there. That's what I feel like because we ain't seen the Street Profits in like 3 months.
It ain't been doing much, man. It could possibly be that. But I mean, if Austin Theory turns on them, they could bring another guy in, and maybe he could be that guy they bring in if Austin Theory turns on them and teams with Seth Rollins, or he could also team with Seth Rollins because they already got 3 guys.
Yeah, maybe it could be
in the vision.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So he could be another one of the guys who teams with Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Another bold prediction. LA Knight probably gonna get his chip this year.
Ooh.
Yeah. After that beatdown. See, that's the thing about division though right now. It's 3 guys, but I'm gonna say 2 without because they were just joined, and they got like 10 enemies.
Yeah. That's why me and Professor was trying to discuss who's the top faction on Raw with Judgment Day and Vision. Vision has so much main event spots. They got so many enemies with them. So I got to give it to the Vision as the top faction on Raw.
Yeah.
Probably top faction in the company period, but
Yeah, because you got, like I said, they fight, CM Punk still there, and then LA Knight got taken out. When Seth comes back, he gonna go after him. Roman's still gonna go after him. So that's 4 right there, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, so you got, and then in fact, they did add Logan Paul. So I mean, it's like all that going on. So man, it could be so much they do with that. But like I said, so they lined it up. Like I said, they promoting the first Raw on Netflix. Then you got, like I said, you got Unreal Season 2 coming up. And then you got Saturday Night's main event and a SmackDown combo that weekend. And the following weekend in Saudi, you got the Rumble. So you're already off to the horses here, man. So
yeah.
Kevin Owens might return in the Rumble.
Who?
Kevin Owens, is he cleared? You think he's cleared?
I'm not sure.
I don't know if he's clear. But.
Yeah, he was at the Cena Fair World. That's the last time we saw him, of course. But yeah, he can probably come back this year. Y'all got Rumble picks yet? Y'all got any Rumble early predictions? We're talking bold predictions.
For the
Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns in the Rumble. Hey, I can see it.
Roman, probably Roman for the guys and for the women.
I'm picking Bianca for the women. If hopefully she could come back, but
I don't know. She might win it because if she's gonna fight Jade like we think she's gonna fight Jade, she don't need to win the chamber again like that because she done did that twice already. I think so. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I got to see some more. You know what? Liv Morgan
okay.
because she's been a runner up like 4 times, man.
Yeah, she could fight Stephanie Vicaire.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can see that. I thought I'm gonna go with LA Knight or Sami Zayn because of where they are. Sami Zayn can win that in Saudi Arabia. But LA Knight could have a great comeback and get in that title picture. So that could be 2 picks right there.
Yeah, but to your point, if Sammy wins that means the title is really going to be. If he goes for that, that means he got a match on the horizon for those other people we named, the Romans themselves. Because Sammy might pick he might pick the. I feel he'll pick the world title, the one that's on Raw right now. That's what I feel. And then Cody, if Cody doesn't have the title, and he have a bigger match because he's that big of a star now, any one of those folks that we named. But the only person I think would need the title probably be the Roman match, so they can really have that rubber match. But then again, Austin and Rock didn't have it. They had 2 title matches first, and the last match they went for a title. It's just about the Rock trying to get that monkey off his back, right? In terms of that, as you say. So I don't know the rest, but the rest of the schedule is different these days. So maybe they want the title on the line for it. But after that, I can see if it's Punk and Cody. That's the match I really want to see. That's the match I really want to see. That's the one I want to see.
That could be a SummerSlam match. I can see that, or Money in the Bank, something like that. As far as AEW bold predictions, I can see Willow getting the TBS Championship, Monet getting the AEW World Championship at All In.
Yep.
Hopefully, and Swerve gets his second title reign.
You think Swerve's the guy to do it right now against MJF? You think Swerve's the guy?
He could be, yeah. MJF could have a 3 to 4 month reign, and I feel like Swerve could be the guy to end it.
Well, I think it's gonna be Ospreay, but Ospreay, I don't know how long he's coming back though, because he had like a neck surgery, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know, because I think when he comes back, obviously you're gonna ride the wave of him coming back and getting the big pops, right? So people gonna ride on that. That's what you do, right? And then you got that match. It writes itself, right? And he may be back by All In, but at the same time, I won't be mad at Swerve getting it. I won't be.
Oh yeah.
I just don't know. I just don't know what direction they want to go right now. They have a lot of big things I'm sure they want to do. Like WWE's going back to Puerto Rico. That's what the rumor is. The Backlash.
Yep.
So all these they get into these markets. Yeah, these markets again. So it depends on what they want to do. And Tony Khan is already trying to plan for 2027, as he should, about Mania being out of the country. So what can you put into place to, RCU say you don't think he'll do it the same weekend as Mania, and I agree with you, he won't. But my thing is, he's talking about a lot of American fans. My thing is, will all of the WrestleCons and all these things, would they travel to Saudi for Mania? You know what I'm saying? Because that's what makes it. That's what makes it too. That's why I say they'll have a big show in the States, and they'll have like WrestleCon and all these indie shows around that time. They have a really big show that is AEW. So
yeah, with stuff like that, I feel like if they can't be at WrestleMania, they need to go and do it around SummerSlam. That'll be. I think that'll be a smart thing. They can do it anywhere, whatever they want to do. But I feel like that's the second biggest one in this, and it's going to be in the States as well, Indianapolis, right? Yeah. And so
no, they're in Minnesota. They're in Minnesota next year.
Minnesota. But either way, it's a 2-night, and so plan your stuff around that. If you can't do it around Mania, for that year, for the year that the WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia. So I don't know. It's a lot going on, and like I said, a lot of people are gonna make a lot of big moves this year. So I'm looking forward to a better 2026 for WWE and more growth for AEW in 2026
and TNA.
TNA, because TNA is doing a great deal with partnership with WWE right now.
And they just got a new TV deal too.
TNA, with AMC. So yeah, more growth for them also. Hopefully, more eyes on them.
Mhm.
Yeah. So it's one of those things, man. But I think I'm looking forward to it's gonna be a great year, Mania season coming up, and then like I said, we got Chamber and things like that. So we'll see what happens, man, in Saudi with the Rumble. And just remember, y'all, it's a day show, so it's not like a night show. So make sure y'all plan accordingly.
Yeah,
It's gonna be like a day show, like a 1 or 2 o'clock show. So
yeah.
just plan accordingly. But yeah, we're gonna see what happens. I think Raw's gonna kick off. On next week that is. Raw's gonna kick off with that, and I guess we'll start having some Rumble plans at that point. But then again, remember we got a Saturday Night's Main Event right before it. So
Oh
That's
yeah, oh
true.
yeah.
That's
And
true.
that Big Berlin show, I believe. So
yeah. So
And
much
that
going.
three
Yeah, I
stages of
think we're
hell
going
gonna be
international for a while.
3 stages of hell gonna be good.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's gonna be real good.
Yep. But ladies and gentlemen, if you see any of this play out in 2026, remember you heard it here first in the
Mhm.
Champions Corner.
Oh
And
yeah,
because this is where the Wheel fans meet. So if you heard it,
yeah.
if
And
any of these
like
predictions,
continue to share our show, help us to have a continued growth for 2026. We
yep,
appreciate all the fans and people who comment and everything on all platforms and showing love to our show. And like we looking for a continued growth this year in 2026 and like some more collaborations and like some more different type of things coming for y'all. So stay tuned, hit that notification bell, subscribe, baby.
absolutely. Listen, couldn't have done it without any of you guys that are tuning in right now, liking and subscribing to the channel. Also, couldn't have done it without my great team that I got around me: Ron, Lonnie, Jacoby, BJ. Thank you guys, Kiwanis. Couldn't have done it without any one of you guys. Champions
Zakia,
Corner exists.
Zakia.
Zakia too. Champions Corner
I was
exists.
about to say now, don't forget about that good looking lady.
The Champions Corner exists because of you guys watching, loving everything that we do here at the Champions Corner podcast. Listen, we'll see you guys next year. Happy New Year.
Champions Corner podcast, Red or Real fans meet.